Yesterday morning we had a great star on the show, Fabian. This morning we have another great star on the show, the one and only Chubby Checker, who's looking as, you look as good as Fabian. What are you guys doing?
Well, first of all, you know, we are South Philadelphia High School graduates.
Well, that's the reason,
the
right?
both of us, no? And we were, Fabian and I were together when we first started in this business. We've known each other since 1958.
Wow. You know, there aren't many people the stature of a Fabian who speak so highly of their peers and fellow stars as he did you. I think that's really nice.
Now, he has this certain magic that has more now than back then. I mean, I watched him on the show yesterday morning, and just his presence. So many things have happened. Knowing him the way I do, so many things have happened to him as a person. I would not be surprised in 1985 to see him on a weekly series. The world's really missing him. They're missing what this guy has to offer. I think so.
I couldn't agree more. It's nice seeing both of you.
Yeah.
I see your name and hear of you a lot, Chubby. You seem to be, you the same. You're just as, your fame has not, if anything, it's gone even to greater heights.
I've had some success. I play real hard.
Play on stage or play in life?
To me, it's the whole thing is
the same.
It's you know, I don't like to mention the word work. Not that I dislike it, but I think what I do is a privilege to be able to, for people to like to come see what I do, and it's not like a job for me. I don't tell the Internal Revenue Service that, but really it's a pleasure to go on stage and be able to do what I do. I don't know where it comes from. I don't even understand it. I don't understand the magic of it all. I know that it happens, and it makes me feel so good.
I can't even begin to imagine what it was like when you and the Twist became, I mean, you literally were a household word. It was the most, I was a disc jockey then, so Fabian and yourself you're very close to me because I was on top of everything that you ever recorded, whether it was a hit or a miss, I was on top of it. So I can remember so distinctly, you were literally a household, I mean, everybody knew you.
It was, you know, what it was, what the Twist was, is almost like when someone, like when Alexander picked up the phone, he says, Watson, and then someone says, hey, we discovered the telephone. Before we came along, people were doing the jitterbug, and they were doing the stroll, of course, and dances of the 30s, 40s, and 50s, and when Elvis and Fats Domino and Chuck Berry and Jerry Lee Lewis and Little Richard, you know, when they came along, they were still doing these dances to their music, and when we came around, dancing changed. Rock and roll officially got a movement, and it was called Dancing Apart, and that's what we did. I mean, it's still going on. You can go someplace in the world today where someone is dancing anywhere in the world, you'll see them dancing apart, and that's what we did. People were shocked when someone stood in front of each other and shook their bodies at each other. It was shocking, sacrilegious, the worst kind of thing that could ever happen.
You know, one of the great things about it, Chubby, was the fact that everybody could do it. They couldn't do it as well as you, or there were exceptional dancers. But you know, even now you see those movies of the 60s and some in the 70s. You know, the Sandra Dee, the Frankie Avalon, some of those movies, and here they're all doing the Twist. But it was something everybody could do.
Yes. Well, what happened? They just picked up more steps to it, you know, and did more things to it, you know, like the first phones were like this, you know, and the second ones like this, and now they touch, but it's still the same thing. They're still really dancing apart. People are doing the fly, they're doing the pony, you know, they're doing the mash, but it all started with this one dance, and thank God, because it is 90% of all the fun that we do today. I mean, whether it be a Jackson record, you know, or a Rod Stewart, somebody like that,
Yeah.
you know, Jackson Brown, they're still dancing apart. They even the country music, they still dance apart. So I think that we made a permanent impression on the music industry, and I think that when I'm gone off the face of this earth, it'll still be there.
It'll still be there.
Yeah.
I think of movies like James Bond. They had some twist
Yeah.
pieces in there. I can remember those and many others, and it just seems to continue
The
on.
latest Superman movie, Superman 3, at the class reunion, they were doing the twist.
Wow.
Yeah. It was wonderful.
I was amazed to hear from Fabian yesterday how hard you guys are working and how much you're working. Actually, he could be even working more, and he has to keep his schedule down somewhat.
Yeah.
But it's phenomenal. You tend to forget that you guys are still probably as much in demand as ever before all over the world.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I feel real good because we're still doing what we did, you know, and it's fun being out there and having, you know, today I look at my audience and at some of my shows, I look out in the audience and I see lots of people that are 80, 70, 60, 50, 40s. I mean, we were in Ohio, and I believe that all the people that were there, I don't believe any of them was under 30. And then we did a show, and there was no one over 30.
Oh.
It's just amazing. I don't understand it. I just hope that it just never stops.
Chubby, I ask Fabian the same question. Music videos are so popular now, and I'm curious why I haven't seen you or Fabian. You're so natural, whether you're doing the oldies but goodies or something of today.
Well, we had an album out in 1982 on MCA Records called The Change Has Come. And it was just like before the video explosion really happened. Because in late 82, 83, it just exploded. But we're doing an album that'll be out next year, early next year, and we will be doing a video.
Excellent.
Yeah, we're going to be doing one, and I'm looking forward to it because an album the last album was in '63, the next album was '82, and then '85 we'll have another album out. I would like to make an album once every 18 months.
I'm sure a lot of other people would like that.
To do that.
Would like that too. Chubby, I know you've played Vegas a lot. In fact, you mentioned the Hilton and a few other hotels. You were here when Presley was here, and I remember Kenny Rogers and a few other people that played the Hilton too. What's happened from that time till now? What have you seen change?
Well, Las Vegas has changed a little bit.
Pardon?
It's getting bigger. Las Vegas is changing. It's getting bigger. There's more things happening here. Many of the lounge shows have closed in Las Vegas. The town, Las Vegas, is, to me, is still show business capital of the world. I mean, nowhere else can you get so much and have so much entertainment. Kenny Rogers became, you know, incredible since then. It's wonderful that that's happened. You can come to Las Vegas and you want blues, rock, jazz. It's all here.
But as far as somebody like yourself who played here, I consider really the golden years when there were a bunch of lounges, and they've taken them out now and put in slot machines. I don't think that particularly has been for the better.
I don't know about that. I'm kind of pleased about it. I've always thought that I was main room material. I played the lounges because I love to play, and I could exhibit my talent because that avenue was open for Chubby Checker. I'm enjoying it much more than I did in the '70s because I came back to Las Vegas. We were in the Sands Hotel with Marty Cohen, and we got all the magazine covers in the city. This was a year and a half ago, 2 years ago in April. Got all the magazine covers. The next time I came, I was back in the Sands Hotel in the main room Now I'm in the Frontier Hotel in the main room. And in the early 60s, I played the main room and at the Sands Hotel twice, and nothing happened until from 64 until 1971. And then we played with Bill Haley at the Flamingo with a special show, and we were very successful there. And then we went to the Hilton because of that show in the lounge there. When I was there lots of times. And then we came back and I played the Flamingo Lounge for a while. Then I went back to the Hilton and played the Hilton Lounge for a while. And then nothing. Then all of a sudden, most of the lounges had closed down, and the Las Vegas people says, well, you know, we want Chubby Checker, we're going to have him in the main room. And believe me, I like it much better. I like playing with Elvis, but I'd much rather have been in the main room playing with him, you know.
Well, whether your name's on the marquee in the lounge or the showroom, Chubby, it's good for Las Vegas because people come here from all over the world, and when your name is on that marquee, it's good for us. Don't go away because you're going to bring a couple of your guys on, and Chubby's going to do a little, I'm not quite sure what they're going to do, but...
I'll tell you all about it.
Okay, we'll be right back, and Chubby's got something special for you right after this word. My guest is the one and only Chubby Checker, currently appearing at the Frontier Hotel, and he has brought a couple of gentlemen with him who are musicians in his band, and I'll let you introduce them, Chubby.
Well, this is Don Raby. He's from Virginia, from Norfolk, Virginia, and he plays saxophone. And this is Rob Vanderveer. He's from Philadelphia, and he plays keyboards. And well, we've been together for quite some time, and we decided that when we came to Las Vegas this time that we were going to do something just a little different. And it's a song, some songs I learned, you know, in the early 50s. And these songs have always been with me, and I thought that the audience would like them.
That is an understatement. I heard them rehearsing. This is really beautiful. So.
This group was called the Moonglows. And
who?
The Moonglows.
Oh, who did the original song?
Yes, the Moonglows. And the lead singer is no longer alive, and it's my favorite, you know, favorite a cappella group, and I really like them. I'll try. This song is called "When I'm With You." You ready? Okay.
What makes my heart turn upside down and my head goes spinning, spinning, round and round? It only happens when I'm with you. Yeah. What makes me count the days gone by and never even sigh? It only happens when I'm with you. As time rolls by, I tell myself that I am living in a wonderland, and I can't seem to understand. And when the tears fall from my eyes, then I realize it only happens when I'm with you. Oh yeah, it only happens when I'm with you.
Unbelievable.
Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful. You should record that. I'm telling you, you should record that. That's
It's
beautiful.
it's a personal thing, and you know, I always it's kind of nice when the audience. I like for the audience to kind of move in on the music. Say, I don't like when they go, it's loud. I like for them to say, it's nice. Let's move.
That's exactly what that did.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Don, how did you join Chubby?
It's a very interesting question.